Hey y'all, what it is, bitch? Okay, so y'all, I've been trying to get out here and date a little bit because a bitch has been lonely, a bitch has been horny, okay, and being sober sucks enough, but it sucks doubly hard to be lonely, sober, and horny at the same time. So, I'm like, fuck it, I think I have a better handle on my sobriety now. I'm not so tempted to drink. Let me get on these damn apps. So I tried OkCupid because, you think OkCupid is a little bit better than, Bumble and Tinder and all them other bullshit ass swiping left, right for some ass, sites. So anyway, y'all, so I've totally changed my outlook on dating. I've totally cut out niggas, aka black dudes, aka biracials. I don't care if you have white, if you got a black daddy, it's out, bitch. I don't want it, okay? But that's a whole nother story. So my main focus is white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, maybe, okay? I say Hispanic men maybe because some Hispanic men act like niggas. But anyway, let's get to the story, bitch. All right, so I met this really hot-ass white guy who looks like Zac Efron. Like, has the bluish greenish eyes, he has the brown hair, he has a nice beard, and he's 6 foot. And girl, he lives 15 minutes away from me, bitch. So of course I swiped right, okay, and I viewed his profile, and of course he hits me up, with the quickness, and I was like, oh yes, daddy. So basically, he's telling me how he's newly divorced and how he just got divorced last year and he hates being alone because, when your marriage used to being with a woman, and it's hard for him to not be with a woman. So he understands how I'm lonely without drinking, and we just basically hit it off. So we go on a few great dates. He doesn't mind that I don't drink. He, bought me good steak, good lobster, good sushi, all the fine dining shit. But girl, everything was going great. He was calling me his girlfriend and all that, okay? Until I went to his house and I went to his bedroom. It was a totally different fucking story, okay? And it was pretty bad. I mean, what happened was, okay, I went to his house. He had a very nice, overly clean house, which I thought was a little strange. If your wife moved out last year, why your house still look like your wife lived here? Because he still had white furniture. Like, this was a damn, insane asylum. Like, all of his furniture was white. He had decorated pillows. He had pictures of flowers on his walls, which I thought was fucking weird. So I don't know if his wife moved out last year or moved out yesterday prior to me coming over, but it was kind of awkward. So when I went to his house, he literally just guided me to his bedroom and was like, sit on my face, like right now, sit on my face right now. I'm like, okay. But of course I obliged, and I sit on his face, y'all. Thank God I was shaving and everything. I sat on his face. Then he told me to smother him and rub my teeth. This is horrible. He told me to rub my pussy on his nose. Like, literally nose fuck him. Okay, doesn't that remind you guys of somebody else I hooked up with a few months ago? But anyway, he told me to literally rub my whole face, my whole coochie on his total face. And to smack him and call him a slave bitch boy. You heard me. He told me to fucking slap him while I was right in his face and call him a slave bitch boy and spit in his hair. Literally, that's what he fucking told me, y'all. Y'all, it was fucking hilarious, man. He was getting so turned on. He was grunting like he was a fucking hungry animal, like grunting like he was just some hungry ass animal in heat while I was doing this and this and this and smacking him and spitting on his face and shit and calling him a slave bitch boy, and he better eat this pussy, okay? Because that's literally what he told me to do, okay? Like I said, he didn't give me any type of submissive vibes when we were dating. He was opening doors, he was complimenting me, he was holding my hand, he was paying for everything. He didn't act submissive at all during the actual dating, but behind closed doors, he was a submissive little bitch that wanted to be called a slave boy. Okay? And I tried to grab his penis to suck it off. He's like, no, you goddess, you don't deserve You don't need to suck my dick. I don't deserve your beautiful lips around my penis. I'm just a mere slave to you, and you're my goddess. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't even have to return the favor. Hell yeah. So everything was great. You know, I was enjoying wiping my vagina and my booty against his face. I was enjoying spitting on his face. I was enjoying smacking him around. But I'm like, so are we gonna have sex? He's like, yeah. But one thing is, I can't get hard with a condom on. I'm like, what? Nick, what, please? So I really thought that he was just bullshitting me so he could just have unprotected sex. But lo and behold, he had a condom there, and I put it on his dick. And as soon as I put the damn condom on his penis, and I tried to put it inside me, he fucking went limp like this. It was like an automatic. I put the condom on. His dick was very hard at the time. When I was riding his face, calling him a slave bitch boy, spitting all on his face and his forehead, his dick was harder than the slavery times. His dick was standing up to attention like this, bitch. Okay, and he was pre-coming everywhere when I was doing all that extra shit with the slave and the master type thing. But as soon as I put the condom on that dick and I tried to put it inside of me, it went like this. Completely soft. Like, it shriveled up to 1 inch. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, of course, he apologized. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe it's because I'm nervous. But really, I haven't had sex with a condom in many years. I'm like, how many years? He's like, since before I was married. I'm like, so how many girls have you hooked up with since you've been divorced for a year? And he claims that he's hooked up with about 3 women, unprotected. Mind you guys, I'm in the Atlanta area. I don't do unprotected sex unless you got a ring for me. Unless you got a ring for me on my finger and we're fucking engaged and I'm about to marry your ass, I'm not giving you no unprotected sex, okay? Especially with a motherfucker I just met 2 weeks prior to this. And I'm like, okay, we could try it again next time, you know. Maybe he just had nervous dick. Whatever. So next time, same thing happens. I go over his house. He literally lays on his floor telling me to squat over and rub my ass on his face and call him a slave, dirty slave bitch, and telling him to lick my booty clean and all this stuff. He told me to say these things while spitting on him. And when it came down to actual dicking down, I go down to his dick. I try to put it on another condom and it just went flat. Like, if you got erectile dysfunction, just tell me that, nigga. And then he starts, oh, y'all, and it was so embarrassing. Y'all, this was so fucking embarrassing. After all of this, he literally sits me down in the bed and starts crying about how he takes antidepressants and that makes his dick soft. I'm like, then how come your dick was really hard when I was rubbing my butt on your face and calling you a slave bitch boy and spitting on you? He's like, because I love humiliation. I know my ancestors were y'all's oppressors, and I feel really bad, Olivia. I really feel bad. This is why I got out of my marriage with my white ex-wife, because I think I owe black women a favor. Most black women deserve to be treated like this. Black women deserve to rub their ass cheeks on a white man's face. And in honor of their ancestors for what my ancestors did to them. And I'm like, it's really not that serious, dude. All I want is some dicking, okay? Here's the thing, y'all. If I wanted to just, rub my pussy and my ass on someone's face and only get oral sex, I would be with a woman, okay? Because women are easier to get along with anyway. But if I'm with a man, and if I like you, and if I find you attractive, I want the dicking. I want to get dick down. I want to not only go home with a sore, wet pussy, I want to go home with a sore pussy. I want to be limping, okay? I want you to knock the pussy out the frame, okay? I want to feel like I had a great workout. I want to feel like my hips and my butt cheeks and my legs got a great workout from me riding and doing all that, throwing it back. Okay, that's what I want if I'm trying to have sex. And I don't just want to get my pussy ate in honor of the fact that you feel guilty as a white guy. No, I don't want white guys for that reason. I want white guys because most of them are dominant. Most of them know how to treat a woman. Most of them are more financially and mentally stable. But this one was just a little crazy and off. And y'all, basically, we tried a few other times. And I tried to believe that it was really just his medicine and his white guilt. But really, y'all, this nigga just had erectile dysfunction like a motherfucker. And I ended up dropping him because there's no fucking way I'm going to be in any type of relationship where I'm not going to get digged down. Okay? Getting head is great. And getting head is amazing. But it's almost like always going out to eat and only getting nachos, only getting spinach dip. Okay, only getting guacamole. Like, you're only eating the appetizer. I want the whole meal. I want the lobster. I want the steak. I want to go home feeling full, not coming home feeling half satisfied and kind of still hungry, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? And y'all, I haven't had real full-on sex in like 6 months, and I feel slighted. Like, this man was physically my complete type. He looked like Zac Efron, but taller and more ruggedy looking. Like, he just looked rugged and sexy, and he had a like sexy thick country accent. He was just fine as shit, and I'm mad as fuck. Okay, I'm still mad that, bitch, yes, I got my pussy, my ass ate great, and I rubbed my whole ass and pussy on his face and spit on him and call him a little slay bitch boy, but it wasn't a turn on to me. Okay, it wasn't a turn on to me. And I mean, would this be a turn on to you? I know there's mainly black women that follow me, you know. Would this be a turn on to you if you were dating a white guy like this that couldn't keep it up? Every time y'all try to have sex, his dick gets soft, but it's hard when y'all, you know, when you getting your pussy ate, and he refused to wear a condom because he didn't want to wear a condom because he claimed condoms made his dick soft, and you just met him. Come on now. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that funny story. This was like literally the first time I attempted to have sex sober in a while. So in a way, I'm proud of myself for trying. But in another way, I'm pissed the fuck off. Because, bitch, it could have been so much more better. He was so fucking hot. You know, it just rests my case that penetration is way better than oral sex. Okay? And I will die on that hill. Fight me, bitch.